Hey friends, welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. This class is going to be relatively simple and grounded. We're going to be flowing through a few Virabhadrasana sequences, warrior sequences, as well as some other traditional asanas that you might know, such as Trikonasana, triangle pose, and Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. And we'll also be beginning our practice with a little bit of Pranayama breathwork. So I hope that you enjoy. And before we begin our practice, I wanted to kind of highlight the benefits that yoga can give us in terms of our nervous system and helping to regulate that. And I'm referencing this book, The Body Keeps the Score. It's an excellent book about the mind, body, and brain in the transformation of trauma. And there is a section on yoga and how it's so beneficial psychologically. And in particular, this part talks about our nervous systems and heart rate variability. And I thought I would just read this passage so that we can understand it a little bit better. Heart rate variability measures the relative balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous systems. When we inhale, we stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, which results in an increase in the heart rate. Exhalations stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which decreases how fast the heart beats. In healthy individuals, inhalations and exhalations produce steady, rhythmical fluctuations in heart rate. Good heart rate variability is a measure of basic well-being. Why is heart rate variability important? When our autonomic nervous system is well balanced, we have a reasonable degree of control over our response to minor frustrations and disappointments, enabling us to calmly assess what is going on when we feel insulted or left out. Effective arousal modulation gives us control over our impulses and emotions. As long as we manage to stay calm, we can choose how we want to respond. And they did a couple of tests on, yoga and asana and pranayama, and they showed that it was effective in regulating our heart rate variability as well. And that just means that we can, when we turn up in the world off our mat, we have more control and we can choose to act rather than kind of reacting to whatever's going on in our world, which is such a powerful experience. We're going to begin with some pranayama. So find your way into a comfortable seat. And I'm actually going to teach you a technique that I learned from the book, The Heart of Yoga. And this is a really powerful technique because you can do this in your own time at home as a way to kind of keep accountable and have a set number of breaths. And you just need your hand for this. You're going to take your thumb and we're going to trace kind of the outlines of the fingers. So you can see that the fingers have 3 different parts to them, and each part is going to be considered as one breath. And there'll be 12 breaths in total. And we start on the index finger, we work our way up the index finger, then along the top of the other fingers, then we go down the pinky finger, we work inwards, then up, and then across. I'll give instructions for when we practice this together. Close down your eyes when you're ready. And start to take a couple of deep breaths in and out through the nose, using your inhalation to find alertness through the spine, lifting the crown of the head towards the sky. And then as you exhale, letting any tension in the face soften, letting the hips drop towards the ground. Filling up the belly, the ribs and the chest with breath as you inhale, and letting the air push out of the lungs as you draw the belly inwards, the ribs soften in as you exhale. One more breath like this before we begin to breathe together. Bring your thumb to the bottom part of your index finger. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Move the thumb up, breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move across, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move across, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move across, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move across, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move across, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And begin to open your eyes. We're going to make our way out of our seat. And if you're still facing the front, turn to the side of your mat and come halfway down. Come into a kneeling position and then lift yourself up off the ground. I'm going to set my right foot to the back of the mat. You might have your other foot out in front. So set your right foot back or your left foot, drop your hips towards your right heel. You might have your hands on your hips, or you can bring the right elbow towards your right thigh. You can even have the hands down towards the ground if that felt better for you. You might just stay still, kind of pushing your hips down towards your right heel, or you can shift in and out of it if you felt like a little bit more dynamic movement. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you lift up tall through the spine. Exhale, drop the hips down a little bit more. One more option is to reach the right fingertips down. Breathe in as you lift the left hand up and over the head. Exhale to hold. Use your next breath in, come back through center. Left hand plants towards the top of the mat. Lengthen your right foot and turn your right toes around. Breathe in as you reach your right hand high towards the front of the mat. Exhale to hold. Squeeze the glutes. And then start to rotate the right fingertips towards the ground. And then keep circling your hand around as you breathe and reach it high. Exhale to circle. Trying to make as big of circles as you can. So even try to reach behind you. Just warming up through the shoulder joint and a little bit of the spine and the hips. Try one more breath. Then use your next breath in, come back up through center, keep the right leg long, reach your right hand towards the back of the mat. Then as you exhale, place the right hand towards the leg, left hand comes up and over for gate pose. Breathe in, find a little bit more length through the spine. Exhale, side bend. Come back through center and then slide your back foot in. Your front leg is going to reach out towards the front. Make sure the toes are turned to the front and then drop your hips down towards your front heel. Knees pressing out over the midline of the foot. You can move your shoulders here, kind of peeling that right shoulder back. One more breath. Maybe you stay here, or you can breathe in as you sweep your right hand high towards the front of the mat. Exhale to hold. Breathe in as you come back through center. Turn the left toes in, and then as you exhale, plant the right hand to the back of the mat. Left hand comes up and over. Squeeze the glutes. Start to draw that left fingertip towards the ground, and then breathe in as you sweep your left hand high, maybe behind you. Exhale, sweep towards the ground. Exhale to open. Let's try a few more breaths here. Creating rhythm. Noticing the different sensations in the body and where you can feel this today. Reach the left hand towards the back of the mat again. Use your next breath in, come back through center, engage the core. Reach the left hand towards the front. And then as you exhale, left hand towards the leg, right hand up and over. Try draw the ribs in a little bit here. And then come back through center. Slide the left knee in and then turn towards the front of your mat. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Breathe in as you drop the belly down, look forward, shoulders pinch back down the spine. Exhale, press away from the ground to find cat pose. Maybe a little shift from side to side if that feels good. Inhale to drop down, look forward, lift away from the ground. Exhale, round, push through the full hand to lift you up. A few more times in your own breath. You might even like to close down your eyes here. Feeling the hands and the knees and the tops of the feet root down into the ground. And at any point in this class, if you notice your thoughts kind of shift away from the practice, from the body, from the breath, just noticing is the first step. And that's a really great first step to take. Maybe you encourage from there your thoughts to come back to your body, back to your breath. One more breath. Take a little step forward with both hands. Tuck onto the toes and lift the knees till they are a hover off the ground. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Push evenly through each fingertip. Lift the shoulders away from the ground. Take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, lift the hips up and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Push through the hands. Breathe in as you roll back, hovering the knees just off the ground. Exhale, push it back, drawing heels towards the ground. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, shift back, lift the hips. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, shift back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. And maybe you keep moving, pedaling out the feet, drawing one heel down, and then the other heel down. Or maybe you find a moment of stillness. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Push through the hands. So you're really active through the arms and the shoulders. Spine is long and we want to bend our knees as much as we need to help that to happen. One more breath here. Breathe in, start to sweep the right toes high towards the sky. Exhale as you bend the right knee and pull the foot close towards the hips. You might open the hip a little bit, but try not to open the right shoulder too much. Take some circles with the right knee. And these might be small circles, or they might be slightly bigger. And then swapping directions of the circle. Breathe in as you roll yourself forward, tap the right knee towards the nose. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. Breathe in, sweep the arms up high, high lunge. Exhale, sink into the hips a little bit more. Right knee is bent, left leg is as long as you can make it. Make it active. Shoulders pull down the spine. And feel free to stay here, or you might take a little step to the side with your left foot, left heel coming towards the ground for Virabhadrasana 1. You'll notice that your hips might tilt back a little bit more. As much as you can, try pull the hip underneath you. Imagine like the top of the hip bones are trying to connect with the ribs. One more breath. Breathe in as the left hand comes towards the ground. Right hand sweeps high for twisted lunge. So come back onto your left toes. Stay here for an exhale. So to draw the left heel towards the left side of the mat. You can always bring the left knee down here as we transition our right foot back into side plank Vashisthasana. Let's all bring the left knee down towards the ground. As you breathe and reach up, reach the right hand towards the back of the mat. Exhale, land the hand, lift the left hand up and over. Breathe in, come back down, left hand plants. As you exhale, right hand comes down as well. Breathe in, step back into plank. Knees or toes, exhale, chaturanga, elbows bending close. Come down onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Breathe in, baby bhujangasana, baby cobra, squeezing the glutes. And then as you exhale, press to the knees, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in, sweep the left toes high. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring the foot close towards the hip, and then take a couple of circles in one direction. Try to keep the shoulders square towards the ground. So you might need to press through your left hand a little bit more to help achieve this. Swap directions of the circle. Breathe in, roll yourself forward, left knee to nose. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands really lightly. Inhale, step the hands high, high lunge. Exhale to drop in. Keep reaching the fingertips high so you're alert here, but you're also trying to open through the right hip. Let your breath help influence kind of the release of tension in the body. You could stay here or take the back foot a little bit wider and then land the right heel down on a 45. You want to make sure the outside edge of the right foot is pressing firmly down. Tuck the ribs in a little bit, and if you want a bit of a challenge, lift your eye gaze. Use your next breath in, right hand comes to the ground, come onto right toes. As you exhale, twist towards the left hand reach high. Right heel comes towards the ground. Breathe in as you step your left foot back into the plank, side plank. Exhale, hold, lift the hips. Right knee comes to the ground. Breathe in as you reach your left hand to the back of the mat. Exhale, land the left hand, reach the right hand up and over. Breathe in, right hand comes back down. Left hand high, and then exhale, left hand to the ground. Step your right foot back into plank. Breathe in. Knees or toes, exhale, chaturanga, option to come halfway. Breathe in to pull through for upward facing dog. Maybe your baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Use your next breath in to walk to the top of the mat. Land your feet hip width distance, and then as you exhale, fold yourself forward. Tuck the chin in. You might bend your knees here to let your chest rest on the thighs. And you could stay here or tuck your hands underneath your feet. You might just have the fingertips underneath, or the toes might reach up towards the hip crease. You might shift the weight forward a little bit more, pressing into the hands, pulling the elbows to the edge of the mat. One more breath. Release the hands behind the feet. Breathe in as you lift halfway. As you exhale, fold yourself forward, Uttanasana. Breathe in as you sweep the arms above the head, Urdhva Hastasana. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands by the sides, Tadasana. Shift the weight into the left foot. Breathe in as you lift the right knee up into the chest. As you exhale, push the right heel away for Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Aiming to find parallel with our body in the ground. If you felt like a little bit more, reach the arms above your head. Breathe in, draw the right knee back up to the chest, hands by your side. Exhale, sweep the right toes back again. Maybe arms stay by your side or reach them forward. One more breath. Land the right foot to the back of the mat. Land the heel but open towards the right side of your mat for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Right toes are to the side, left toes are forward. Drop into your hips. Let the shoulders soften. Your drishti, your eye focal point, is over your left hand here. One more breath. Start to lengthen the left leg. Walk your right foot in just a little bit. Breathe in as you reach your left hand forward. Push the hips behind you. Exhale, left hand towards the shin. Right hand comes up. And you might even turn your eye gaze up as well for Trikonasana. Left hand might be a bit higher. If you feel like you have the length through your spine, then you might take the hand down a little bit lower as well. Breathe in as you bend the left knee again, walk the right foot out. This time we reverse our warrior by flipping the left hand. As we exhale, reach behind, bend into your left knee. Breathe in, come back through center, walk that right foot forward, push the hips behind, exhale, Trikonasana. One more time. Bend to the left knee, walk the right foot back, breathe in for reverse, exhale to hold. As we come back through center, lengthen the legs, take a little hop forward with your right foot. Turn your hips towards the front of the mat. Option to bring your hands just down towards the shin or the ground, or if you felt like an arm bind, take your hands behind the back, maybe hands clasped with opposite elbows, or find reverse prayer. Squeeze the palms together, breathe in as you lift the spine. Exhale, push the hips back, lean your upper body forward. Almost like you're trying to connect the heart space towards the top of your left foot. Two more breaths. Hands frame out your front foot. Step your right foot back a little bit. Breathe in as you sweep your left toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll yourself forward, maybe a three-legged chaturanga, or you can tap it down along the way. Breathe in as you pull through, drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One breath here. Breathe in as you make your way to the top of the mat, so you can walk forward or you can bend your legs, take a little hop forward. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin in. Hands to the shins, breathe in, lift halfway. Long spine, long arms, and then fold again. Rise, lift the arms above the head. Hands by your sides, Tadasana. Shift the weight into the right foot. Breathe in, lift the left knee high. As you exhale, sweep the left toes back, maybe hands by the sides or arms over your head. Breathe in, lift the left knee again. Exhale, sweep the hands back. So you sweep the arms forward, leg reaches back. Try to draw that left hip down maybe a little bit so the hips are square. Long step back with the left foot. Land the left heel. Open to the side of your mat now for Virabhadrasana 2. Notice the pressure in your feet. If you notice that there's not much pressure in your back foot, can you press the toes down and the outer edge of the foot down as well? Start to flip your right hand. Breathe in, reverse. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Exhale to hold. Come back through center. Walk your left foot in a little bit. Breathe in, reach the right hand forward. Exhale, right hand to maybe the shin or lower or higher, left hand high. Nip the rib cage in, tuck the tailbone a little bit so we're long through the left side body. Breathe in, come back through center, walk that left foot back a little bit, flip the right hand, exhale to reverse. Breathe in, come back through center, walk that left foot forward a little bit, back into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Walk that left foot back last time, flip the right hand, breathe in. Exhale, bend the right knee a little bit more. Come back through center this time. Take a little step forward with your left foot. Maybe the hands come behind your back. Breathe in, lift tall through the spine. As you exhale, hinge the hips back. Pull the heart space forward. You want to think about left hip forward, right hip back here as well. And if you've got hands in reverse prayer, pick the elbows up, squeeze the shoulder blades back. One more breath. Hands frame out, front foot. Step the left foot back a little bit. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward, maybe a three-legged chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale, send it up and back. Downward facing dog. Use your next breath in to make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold again. Hands to the shins, breathe in. As you exhale, fold. Sweep the arms high. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, hands by the sides. Shift your weight back into the left foot. Breathe in, sweep the right knee high. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. This time we hold. If you're finding this pretty easy, maybe you close down the eyes for a second, maybe 2. Whew, it's challenging. One more breath. Find length through the fingertips and the foot. Breathe in, step back, warrior 2. Exhale to hold. This time we go forward. Breathe in, reach the left hand forward, drop into the hips. Exhale, left elbow to thigh. Right hand up and over, Utthita Pajwakanasana. Extended side angle pose. Maybe you stay here. You could reach the left hand down a little bit further. If you wanted to find a bind, right hand could come towards the left hip. If you can get your left shoulder underneath enough, you might turn the left hand inwards and then try connect it with your right hand. But make sure that you lift the chest up, roll that right shoulder back. One more breath. Stay low in the legs. Release the arms, flip the left hand, breathe in. Exhale to reverse. Breathe in, come back through center, right foot steps forward. This time as we exhale, we twist the triangle. Right hand could come to the ground if you feel like you had space. Left hand high, or bring it to the shin and then lift as well. This is a very challenging pose. Make sure you're not locking the left knee out. Soft bend here. One more breath. Look down, take a little step back with your right foot. So you're in a twisted lunge here. We're gonna step back into our side plank. This time, if you wanted to, clasp your peace finger around your left big toe, drop the right heel to the side, and then as you open to the left, pick your left foot up, push up through your hips. Release the foot, and then maybe you take the left foot behind the mat for wild thing. Lightly pressing the left toe down to the ground, sweeping the left hand to the front of the mat, picking up the hips. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, return to the front, left hand down. Breathe in, shift the weight forward. Exhale, maybe you flow through a vinyasa, although you can always skip this out as well. Use your next breath in, make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Hands to the shins, lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold again. Rise, sweep the arms. Exhale. Hands by the sides. Shift the weight into the right foot. Breathe in, pick up the left knee. Exhale, sweep it back. Maybe the arms stay by the sides or you can extend them forward. Hold here. If you want it a little bit more, try close the eyes. Doesn't have to be for long, but it just means that you have to find that internal sense of direction, of stability. Long step back with the left foot. Land the heel, breathe in, open to the side, warrior two. Exhale. Breathe in, reach the right hand forward, drop into the hips. Exhale, right elbow to thigh, left hand up and over. Take any variation here that excites you, that challenges you, or maybe you want to hold back a little bit. Ease into that breath. Release the hands, but stay low on the legs. Breathe in, flip the right hand, reverse. Exhale to hold. Come back through center, step forward with your left foot. Left heel is down. Start to twist the chest over towards the right. Left hand maybe on the leg or maybe towards the ground. Breathe in, sweep the right hand high. Exhale to hold. Left hip forward, right hip back. I love this pose because it requires so much balance and stability. Start to look towards the ground. Left foot comes back and then come back into your twisted lunge. Set the right foot back into a side plank or take your peace fingers around to your right big toe. Lower the left heel down and then pick up the right foot along the way. Just an option, your right knee might be bent here as well. If you got that variation, release the foot. Take your toes behind the mat. Lift up your hips. Breathing in, lifting them high. And then as you exhale, make your way to the mat, line the hands. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, bend. Breathe in to open. As you exhale, land to the knees. Shift your hips back over your heels for Balasana, child's pose. So that part of the practice kind of helps to stimulate our more sympathetic nervous system with focus and activeness. And then we've got a couple of asanas to slow down, which will help drop us into our parasympathetic a little bit more. Start to walk yourself up, swing your legs around, and then very simply bring the left foot forward, right foot towards the inner thigh. Janu Shasana. Knee to head pose. Deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, walk your hands forward. Might just be a little bit, or you might be able to get your hands a little bit further forward. You want to kind of tip the pelvis forward as much as you can so the belly button keeps lengthening along the leg. And then tuck the chin in. And as we breathe here, aim to make the exhales a little bit longer than the inhales. One more breath. Walk yourself back. Take that right foot over the left thigh. Breathe in as you lift up tall. As you exhale, twist towards the right. The elbow might be in front of the shin, or you might take it over and around for a deeper twist. And then unwind, come back to the front. Extend the right foot out, left foot towards the inner leg. Breathe in as you lift tall through the spine. Exhale, fold yourself forwards. Letting any extra tension go with the breath. One more breath here. Walk your hands back. Take the left foot up and over to the right thigh. Breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, twist towards the left. Push the hip bones down. Lift through the crown of the head. Settle your eye gaze or close your eyes completely. And find your way back through center. And start to roll down onto your back. Land your feet by your hips. Take your hands by your sides. Push the full foot down to lift the hips up towards the sky. Squeeze the glutes and then maybe you rock your shoulders underneath, clasping the hands together. Setu Bandhasana. Releasing the hands if you have them clasped, and then lowering the hips down to the ground, preparing for Savasana. Letting this be a position where you feel comfortable to close down the eyes and rest the body for a few minutes. Connect to the rhythm of the breath. And as thoughts enter the mind, without jumping on them, instantly, can we create a space, a gap, a pause? And then maybe that means that that thought just floats by and we don't get attached to it. Or at least it gives us a moment to act, to think. We'll just be here for a couple more minutes. If you've noticed your thoughts have traveled away, just encourage them to come back. Starting to take a deeper breath. Creating some movement with the body. Eventually we will make our way up into a seat. Closing down the eyes again. And as we head out into the rest of the day, when things happen, let's take a moment to pause, to consider, to be calm, and to kind of let go of any strong reactions that we might have. In that way, we can live in a way that may feel more connected and authentic to us as who we are as a whole, rather than in that moment. Let's bring our hands through heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I thank you so much for practicing with me today and maybe learning something more about yourself or the practice of yoga. And I look forward to moving and breathing with you on the next class, whether that be here on YouTube, or you can head over to Patreon where we have some longer classes if you wanted to explore yoga and the many multitudes that it holds: breathwork, meditation, asana, philosophy. I look forward to seeing you soon.